So, now that people have seen and heard our test episode 0, we're back. So I guess we did something right?
We're back.
Quick test.
Yeah, I mean, but welcome to Seen and Not Heard. We are here for another week. And this week we will be talking about a movie. But before we get to that, we have a lesson for the day. I mean, last week we learned about Easter eggs. And this week, go ahead. I mean, knowledgeable one, the film buff.
What are we doing again?
You're talking about what is it like? The acts and
the first act, acts of a movie. Yeah, traditionally, 3 acts to a movie, beginning, middle, and end is usually a climax. Conflict is usually in the first act, resolution in the third. Real basic.
Okay.
Yeah, real basic.
Cool.
Most story. That's most stories in general, not just a movie thing, but most stories.
That's how we're gonna divide it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And today's topic will be Love Jones. Not sure if you haven't seen it, but this will be your spoiler alert. So. So now that people know that we've seen it, we're gonna get into it. Do you have a breakdown of how we're starting?
I mean, I figure we start with just when the movie was released, March 14th, 1997, written and directed by Theodore Witcher.
Do you know that was his only movie?
Only movie. I find that crazy.
I find that extremely crazy when I look that up.
Isn't that unfortunate? I mean, he was really good. Like, I would have thought he would have got another film. I know it wasn't a commercial.
Did anybody look into as to why it was just one film? Because I know he wrote for another movie. Like, there's 2 other things on his little
IMDb.
Yeah. But it doesn't say it said he wrote on one of them, but the other one doesn't give any type of information whatsoever.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy for him to make such an impactful movie for the black culture and it be his only movie. And one hit wonder.
Yeah.
They gave Benny Boom 5 chances. Them shits ain't hitting except
Benny Boom should
next day air is funny.
Videos. I think he did fire on those.
Right.
I think the problem was he brought music videos to the big screen.
Yeah, that's why
they don't translate the same way.
That's what Hype did too. We had that convo earlier.
Yeah, Hype just off the visual aesthetic alone, should have been in a cinematography room. Yeah. Somewhere, at least being behind the camera.
Yeah, he would have killed the cinematography.
Yeah, him and Nas in scripts.
No,
don't touch the writing.
Don't ever make Nas a narrator. So
oh my God.
I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Sorry,
Africa, it was beautiful. All right.
I was just about to. That's exactly what I was about to say too. Yo.
Sorry, Belly fans, but that
And I do love Belly, but it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
It could be better, writing wise.
DMX working for the CIA. Come on.
Yeah.
The dog.
We already knew it was based off of so many other movies.
Yeah.
You could see it, the mansion invasion, all that. So
let's go to Africa, T.
Yeah.
After I got shot. But anyway, whatever.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Back to Love Jones.
Back to Love Jones.
Location, Chicago.
Yes.
I
mean, when the movie starts,
I'm pretty sure they shot on site.
When the movie starts, it starts amazingly. I like the black and white.
Her still shots that show impacts. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I like the Union Station, the black and white looks like they were very dramatic. I think right off, you do get the vibe of the movie between the black and whites and the Penny with a Hole in It by Deion Ferris.
Yeah.
You kind of know where you're going.
Yo, one thing I liked, because watching it now that we're doing the pod and everything, different lenses. Yo, I really like how black people look in black and white, yo.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This shit is raw. It was a lot of raw footage, yo. The B-roll that they had mixed with the photography was just raw. Unfiltered.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, this shit was fire. Tell you what I like about the opening, yo.
Go ahead.
I think I told you this the first time I seen this movie. Yo, Nina by the window. Nina by windows. This whole movie.
So you like her by windows?
Yeah. All that. Okay.
You're just that fed up look. I think she had the head wrap on.
Yep, she had a little
tank
bandana
top
on. Yep, the classic '90s outfit.
Nipples had you. You can say it.
Yo, it is what it is. Yo, it is what it is.
she's
This ain't the
beautiful.
debauchery pod, but
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You
It's
know,
okay.
She
put 'em out
beautiful.
there.
Yo, black is beautiful.
But I feel like that was the aesthetic for '90s back
Yeah.
then. Minimal makeup, you know, like clothes. Like a lot of women didn't wear bras back then. They didn't have to. They didn't do like the fake implants, natural bodies.
was liberated.
Yeah, they
natural
mamas were in
hair.
the free to bra movement or whatever that was in the
When was
70s.
that? It was in the
That's
70s.
before- that's before our
70s, yeah.
time.
We still wasn't doing it in the '90s, I guess.
Oh man. So we go from the black and white shots of her kissing what's my man? Marvin.
Marvin.
Yep,
Just
yep.
that's Raheem. though.
Instantly moving out. Or instantly packing up.
Mm-hmm.
So that relationship didn't work.
Yeah.
Even though it really so we're already like in like toxic mode. Where like things are just ending abruptly.
Yeah, I feel like it just set the stage of what the movie was going to be about quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see a relationship and then boom, you don't. You see
Yeah.
her packing up and like the audience automatically has to react like, oh, she's breaking up with this person that she just had this beautiful picture with.
Yeah, body
Yeah.
language looking fed up.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And I feel like
I'm
that's a
not
natural
gonna
type
cry
of
vibes.
just life in general. But it's just like, what made you want to run to Chicago and house it? Like, how did you line that up? Like, how did you leave? Because she left New York, right? Or
Is
was
that
she
what it's
already
assumed?
unemployed?
So we spoke about its black intellectual lifestyles. Chicago, especially at that time, minus crime and all that shit, is still a very black city. Honestly, outside of New York, one of the bigger cities in the nation. So I could see that being like a hot spot. And if she's really into jazz and shit like that, yeah, Chicago has a history of music. Blues, jazz, all that, swing clubs.
I mean, she already had that friendship there, so like her home
And her home
Josie.
Okay.
So I'm
Makes it a
thinking
little
like,
easier to
yeah, I'm
plan.
like, and I don't know, like I don't know if she had, if they had, maybe they had a mutual place in their relationship, and he had a place in New York
Okay.
because she's moving out of a place, and then she also already had the assistant
Oh.
job.
fast forward when he pops up in Chi-Town, he's like, yo, I gotta go see my mom's. So the mutual,
So
maybe that's
they're-
somewhere
they're
where they've
from
been
New York-
before.
from
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yep.
You know, people go to the big city to live their lives.
I can see that.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so the closing of that part, she talks about she's fallen out of love at that point. And her friend basically said Josie, who's a very interesting character. She says that she's like, "Oh, you're not gonna do what again?" And she's like, "Are you gonna give him the ring back and all this stuff?" And she goes,
Which I think is out of pocket, her saying that she's not gonna give it back. But
she said she would if she knew where he was, if she knew where it was.
He's like, give me
no,
my ring back.
if she knew where he was, right?
Huh? She said she would have given him the ring back if she knew where he was.
Yeah.
So she would have given it back.
I mean, and she does ultimately give it back.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
That's true.
I also feel like it shows how shifty she is too, because it's like y'all broke up so much that you don't know. How did you break up with him if you don't know where he?
How do you
is?
know where he's? Yeah.
Because I feel like the breakup, you would have given the ring back within the same motion.
Like, did she get
So-
ghosted?
Because
I mean, this is.
I
I was gonna say this is pre cell phone era all through the movie.
Now did we
For
snail
sure.
mail?
Yo,
How'd you break
Yo,
up?
they
But
were
he
still
did
leaving
say
voice
Phone,
messages.
phone.
he said
I
he
forgot there
wrote
are phones.
letters. He said he wrote letters, but he didn't send them. Like
Who said
Darius
that?
says that later.
Yeah.
About
Oh,
Nia
well,
Long.
This is how
About
far we're
Nina.
back,
So I'm
yeah.
just like thinking about the times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so you're right. Snail mail.
Yeah.
Like,
They had
oh my
payphones
goodness.
back then.
Yeah, he definitely had to do that to call the cab. Like, yeah.
They had cabs back then.
Payphones. Yo,
my God.
payphones.
Yeah, anybody that's noticing,
Yeah, we're
this
old.
movie is a different time.
97.
This movie is clearly about a different era.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, cell phones didn't exist, Uber didn't exist.
They mentioned Jordan coming back with the
Yeah.
4-5.
Yeah, that was legendary.
Yeah.
Especially in Chicago.
Yeah.
He said, as a Chicagoan, he said sleeping with her felt better than Jordan coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's wild.
That's high praise. One time for Nick.
That's yeah. Crush the buildings.
I mean,
Yo.
it wasn't too good if you was going to let her just leave without your ego getting in the
Yeah,
way.
we gonna get to that.
Nah, it was
How does that
it's
affect?
societal
We're gonna get to that.
rules.
No, I understand 100%, but I feel like it was a little bit of exaggeration. I feel like he was still like on the high from the sexual experience to say it was better than Jordan coming back. Nothing's better than Jordan.
Plus, men don't cook, so he made like cheese omelets, you know.
And jean pants. Like,
We gonna talk about the clothes too. Nah, we're getting crazy for this,
eggs
yo.
First thing in the
No.
morning, some baggy jeans. It was a
Baggy
lot.
jeans with no shirt over the cook top is crazy.
Yo, wearing a. Now we're gonna get to that.
I'm sorry,
We're gonna
we're,
get to
we're,
that.
we're
yeah.
skipping ahead.
You know what I'm
folks.
saying? So
We got to get back to the when they
Opening
go
shots.
to the
Have to
sanctuary.
meet.
Poetry club scene.
Yeah, the
Jazz
sanctuary.
club scene. Yep.
Sir.
That's what it's called. The sanctuary.
Yeah.
That's a fly name for a spot.
And
yeah.
that's actually a spot in Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like
it.
if you Google it, there's a nightclub there. I don't know if it's connected, but there is a place named the Sanctuary there.
That's ill.
That's fire.
Underground. So
That's ill.
I mean, there we're introduced to the crew,
Yeah,
like the
and
friend group.
My first note for that scene, bro, Darius's hairline is criminal.
Yeah, his hairline's bad. Like, yo, this man needed a barber, like in the worst way.
need that?
Yo,
Like, I understand the artsy thing. You don't have to have a lineup because your poetry is good, but it's
but
like,
why'd you line the back up only?
like who has a barber that always calls out when it's time to do the front?
Yo.
I mean, I can't speak to what the 90s was doing
And-
back then. I'm pretty sure there's some more rough
And there's
rough
some
looking
scenes where it's
hairstyles
got
back then in
ripples like
upgrades.
it's half waves. Like, is it a black mullet, a blullet? Like, what are we doing, yo?
It was a slick back fro.
that
It
sounds
was an S curl matted
sick.
down. Y'all don't know.
I'm matted down. See what I'm saying?
was an
It's
S-curl
criminal.
matted
It's too
down.
no.
He put a little texturizer in there.
We're attacking his
Oh,
hairline like how
It's
his
Luther
barber should
curl.
have
It didn't
attacked
curl
his.
all the way
Like,
over.
I'm not attacking.
This is crazy, yo.
Like, all right, so
It deserves to be attacked. This shit's-
pardon your hairline. It was greater later because you've had some great hairlines. Like if you go to Power, you had a good
I mean, he
barber
looked
relationship
jacked
as
up
you
in
grew up.
Inkwell, and that was before this movie. He's okay with that.
Yeah, that was the
that.
character.
Yeah.
Drew
This
looked
is the
crazy.
character. This is not Lorenz with no lineup. This is Darius.
Lorenz was on the red carpet without a lineup. He was wild.
Darius
Just trying
is
to
an
embrace
unemployed
something.
man trying to write a book. Okay,
He
probably
quit.
didn't
He
have
saved
it.
up a lot of cash.
He didn't have it. Like when he spilled her drink, he looked at the bartender like, "I'm put this on your tab."
Nigga said, "Yeah, right." Did you hear it?
Like,
In the bag,
I'm just
the
like-
bartender said,
I was
"Yeah,
just-
yeah, right."
That whole scene was so annoying to me.
Nah, his man was hating off Rip though.
Yeah, like yeah,
How-
we meet the friends. Yeah, we meet the
Pause.
We meet the crew.
Yo, pause for the whole episode because this dude's name is Hollywood and he's affectionately known as Wood. It's absolute insanity. I'm an
Oh
adult.
God, no, you're not.
His
an adult.
name's
You gave a
crazy.
Disclaimer because of a name Wood. Are you gonna do that the entire time? Say we look at the movie The Wood. Is that what you're gonna do?
No, because you're not going to say the title every 2 minutes.
You don't know that.
Why
I
would
might.
you?
To see what you do.
How many times you said Love Jones?
No, it doesn't count. I'm proving a point in the
Me
Wood to see
too.
how many times? Oh, I can start right now. We just started.
Don't do
so
that.
in Love Jones, we are talking about their first interaction in
Yeah.
Love Jones. You know, as he's doing poetry.
We go
What
right
a dick.
into.
I love you. You're ridiculous.
We go right into Wood and Ed, just their back and forth banter,
Right.
and I think we discussed it where I was like, "Yo, these dudes is the same.
Yeah.
They're the same.
Yes.
It's like Huey and Riley and fucking Boondocks.
Yeah. I
one
think-
intellectual, one more. He's wild and funny, but yeah, they the same.
Two peas
yo.
in a pod
Two
as
peas
far
in
as
a pod,
friends go.
for sure.
And I
Yeah.
think like it would have, like I told you, like I feel like it would have served the movie a little better if they would have played up Ed's character a little more to show
Yeah.
how he operated in both the world that Wood was in as well as the world that Darius was in. Just so that they could so we could see the full gradient of different types of black people in their friend group. Like they could have played it up a little bit more. But I understand time constraints and things
Right.
like that.
And it goes back to the director saying it wasn't plot driven or heavily narrated.
Right.
It was literally a story about black people together, and this is the part of the love story that's more prominent to everything else.
Right.
A lot of character development was not taking place for that reason because he just wanted to show. I feel like black culture in its element.
Got you.
Like that's how I feel. Like I was telling you about how it was. He wanted to make it Chicago modern day a Harlem Renaissance. So what I found what was really cool, it is an Easter egg kind of how Love Jones is all lower caps. So back in the day, the avant-garde groups of the 1920s through the 50s would use lowercase when they wrote their books, when they wrote their titles.
Okay.
You know, like even just, well, to get to it, but fast forward to Darius's book. Did you notice that his title and his name was all
Gypsy Eyes, yeah, it was lowercase. That's
nah.
right.
all lower caps.
I didn't even think about it until you said it, and it made me think about that board.
But I feel
when
like
you brought
it brings
out.
into what he was trying to do, because when did the Harlem Renaissance start? 1920s.
I was like 20s,
So
30s,
within
right?
that era of them using it, that's what he did. And he, in a sense, was a renaissance. This movie was renaissance because it shifted how all movies in the 90s for black people, what we portrayed. So, like, for instance, like what I would say, like, we named a bunch of movies, like Above the Rim, Menace to Society,
Boys in the Hood.
What other ones? Dead Presidents, Fresh. Jason Lyric set it off, right?
Even Comedy Friday.
But what do they all have in common? The hood, the struggle, gun
That's what I
violence,
said, yep.
everything. Even if there's a love story in there, even if there's comedy, Friday, like even if there's anything, like that is what we portray our black urban life.
Yeah.
Right.
This came along, and now we have professors,
Shifted it.
and fashion photographers, and poets and publishers, and they're
Neo
in
soul becoming a thing.
they're in
You know what I'm
coffee,
saying?
they're in coffee shops, they're in record places,
stores,
they're in
yeah.
Jazz
speakeasy,
clubs, yeah.
jazz clubs. They go to step and reggae, like. We kind of got stuff like that, but you still got the gang side, like Save the Last Dance, interracial, right? All of this stuff, they go to go
Still
dance,
violence.
but it's still violence. There's
Right.
still some
Fredro's
type of struggle.
bugging, yeah.
And every black movie did that outside of this one.
Sunset Park.
Every movie has a
Fredro.
struggle about any type of thing that we can relate to in our black culture.
Right.
This was one where you really had to be neo soul. You really had to be deep within some type of renaissance or some type of intellect to really like relate to this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no plot. There's like no real violence. There's nothing. There's just a lot of black people talking around Mozart,
Talking saying
about
some
all type,
cool shit.
Dropping
but having real life issues
photographers
within
and
it.
artists.
You know,
Yeah.
like Savon lost his wife, but I feel like that was the shift because once this movie was made, they're like, no, there's
Neo Soul's right
there's
after that,
people
too.
that have both parents in the house. Like Love and Basketball, she had both her parents,
Yeah.
Right.
even though he didn't. She did. Like there was still movies like that came together after this movie, and I feel like this was why it was such an impact for me, and why like I had to look outside of the love story and the impact of what the movie actually brought to our culture.
Word. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Valid. You
So if
mentioned
we
it
get back to the sanctuary, we do talk about
with hating off Rip.
yeah.
As soon as Darius gets up to go to the bar to get a drink, Nina's over there, and it's like they didn't even really get to talking, and he's already like, "Yo, who's that girl over there with him?"
Yeah, I think
Yo.
like and it shows their competitive energy. Like the way I titled it was their relationship was amicably adversarial. So what happened was they had a relationship as far as friendship goes where like they would always compete with one another. And like, that would like eventually rear its ugly head. But what happened, like, what happened when it came down to it was more like, do you like her or do you just want to like who I like?
Yeah.
Because it was like you didn't see her, like you were fine talking with your friends. You didn't look at any women in the party at all.
No.
Like you were good, we're laughing, we're joking, we're busting up, whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden he walks away. Now your eyes are on him.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he's near a girl, he's like, "Who's that girl?"
Yeah.
Dang,
Sus
bro.
money, bro. That's sus.
It's a little out of pocket.
It's a little out of pocket. Yeah.
I feel like it worked into its favor too because it's such a small spot where they're all regulars. Like she was new. Even if it was just like, oh, who's that girl? It's still the new girl, so it's like fresh meat. So it was like maybe Darius' eyes he caught first and he went over there, but like eventually he was like, oh shoot, that's a new one. Like
Well, he was there first.
see.
She walked up.
Yeah.
There was an open space.
okay.
Yeah.
Like so, there was a darker skinned girl that was there, and then and then like Darius walked up. She was there, and then she walked away. So there was an opening. Regular bar.
Yeah, bar shit.
So he
Oh,
looked
see an
up
opening,
after and like
go get a
And
noticed
then
that
and then
she
Nia
had
Long walked up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you could probably notice that I feel like I believe it about the competition of like,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
guys,
it
like,
showed.
let's you get it first,
It definitely
But-
showed throughout them.
But at
Yo,
the same time, that's his
insane.
own fault. He didn't solidify it and he didn't express any type of true feelings for her. What did he tell his homeboy after their first intimate night? That's the time when you should be vulnerable. That's the time when you can be real. You told
when he said,
him
"We
it's
just
just
kicking
sex.
it."
It ain't nothing. We just kicking it. So
Yeah.
did I not get around to the friend group? How is he supposed to know if he has no loyalty to you? And that's what
Yeah.
he hears.
I hear you, but
No, I'm not saying he's
The Dirty
wrong and
Mac
that's a friend of me. That's
Is at
definitely
an
a friend of me.
all-time high.
like to me, okay, so if I'm putting myself in the shoes of Darius after I just dropped the poem, saying the girl's name.
That was whack. So
No, it was definitely
that
whack.
was whack. I
But-
would have been so annoyed by that. Don't say my name.
No. I didn't
shit.
say it wasn't whack. All I'm saying is after I do that, and then I introduce her to the friend group, like I'm like, yo, bro, like talk to the friend. Like don't talk
Yeah.
to her.
Yeah.
Like she's
I mean, I
talking
get
to
it,
me.
But that would imply that they had
gotta
some
play
type
two
of
guard.
loyalty and they were real friends.
Yeah, that's
Stretch forward, something.
I'm
And
just
no
I-
offense.
Yeah. I'm
We
running
saw
point.
Darius do that for the first time, but how many women has he done that to?
oh no. That's
So it's like
that's
in
running the play. That's
Wood's
regular.
mind,
Every week
This
at the
is-
poetry
okay,
lounge.
so in Wood's mind, she don't mean nothing to you either.
It's a blues for this chick and a blues for that chick.
So in Wood's mind, she's still fair game.
And a
Why do
blues
I
for
want to
blue
talk to
dress.
the friend? No offense, if I find her more attractive. Let's see who she wants.
She
You
can't-
just met her at the bar, bro.
She came over here and she's talking to me.
She wasn't really talking to him. Like she came over.
Well, he said
got the
he
drink.
said, "Will you write?" No, I'm talking about like outside the club.
Yeah.
He's
Outside
saying
the club?
he's
Outside
saying
the club,
so
yeah.
he's saying he's saying she's like, "Oh, I enjoyed my poem." And then she's like, "But it's interesting or whatever." He's like, "Yo, will you write something for me next week?"
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Tell
they're
me
having
she
a
don't know shit
conversation.
about love,
She's like,
yeah.
"It won't be about." She's like, "But it won't be about sex."
Mm-hmm.
And then Wood goes, "What's wrong with sex?" Like, nigga, mind your business.
Facts. Homegirl is right.
Like, talk
there.
to the friend.
Yo.
Buy us some time.
That is
I'm
your
working.
wingman. That's not. They're not friends.
Like-
they're not friends. They're just part of the same social circle.
Yeah, that's
That's
clear.
it. That's all. They're not friends.
It's nasty. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not.
because he
yeah,
never
they're-
had an aside with him.
Nah.
Like he had an aside with Eddie as well as
Yup.
Savon
Social
multiple
circle
times. All
bring
right.
other people together. Like he had no loyalty to this man whatsoever.
Right.
Yo, he's preying on this man's downfall. Yeah, they're not friends. They're not friends.
Fumble.
Because like, yo, when he gets announced to go on stage, they cut right to Wood rolling his eyes. Like, here this nigga go with these poems, yo.
Cause he about to say her name. I know he is.
He was dumb.
Like,
I
mean,
and that's what
yeah,
I
he
feel.
ran this
Like,
play
I feel
before,
like
yeah.
He knew
Yo,
his
he ran
play.
this play,
He knew
yo.
That's
his
hate.
play before he started. He was like, here he
Yo.
go.
That's hate. Like, yo, if my boy
I don't
play-
think it was hate.
If my
hate
boy
is like, man, that sounds like the poem you did for Sheila last week.
that's even more.
that's
Both
hate,
are,
yeah.
two things can be true.
No, I feel like
Because
real
to
hate
me-
it's really putting you under there. I'm just trying to play friendly competition with you.
If my boy,
He's not your boy.
No,
I've
no.
never
No.
had comp. I can't speak.
I'm
on
just
that.
saying,
I
like,
never had comp like that.
yo,
with any
if
of
we're
my
in the
boys,
friend
yo.
circle, I understand he's not my boy, right? But if the friend circle,
I call it a social circle. I feel
Okay.
like the word friend gets everybody confused of what you think they should do to you.
okay,
shit.
touche. So if the social circle goes to a basketball game, and then like this nigga shooting jumpers, and it's like enticing a girl, like, and I'm about to be in the back, like, oh man, here he go, scoring, attracting all the hoes. Like my nigga, like he's doing what he does. Like the poet is doing what he does. Like stop hating. Even if you're not friends, you're
Hollywood-
still in the same circle.
Hollywood did what he did. He charmed her and made her feel better when he went to go get a photo shoot.
Charmed
And
her,
nobody
yeah,
hated.
we gonna get to that, yo.
Nobody hated.
Cause
He had to like actually
I feel like we're painting.
the dude that had her
funny part
first
was
had to
Bill
wait till this
Bellamy
nigga gave her
said
up.
This character like really changed. Like people was like, after this character, ain't nobody gonna like you. And he said people would come up to him and be like, oh, I don't know if you Bill Bellamy or Hollywood, but either way, you ain't nothing. Like. Because they took such a personal, like, and then you have to think, you've never seen Bill Bellamy play that type of person. He's always, like, lighthearted, fun. He might be How to Be the Player.
I was about to say that'd be the
But it
closest
was
role.
still
I
fun,
think.
and
Yeah.
he wasn't, like, vindictive and sneaky and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this other stuff. And mean, like, but.
I'm not like don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying Bill Bellamy's character is a bad guy, but I just like I don't know. Like I feel like they're like if I'm like I guess I'm tapping into like man rules, and it's like
Yes.
like some of it was like yo, there's got to be some understanding there.
Yeah.
But who would that fall on? Because you said it yourself.
Both.
No, listen to me. Like, let me finish. Who would that fall on? Would that fall on Hollywood, or would that fall on Eddie because he's closer to Eddie and that's his friend? That's who he brought into the social circle.
Well, my thing is
Because
like
I feel like if you're being crazy, someone else should have spoke up and like, what are you doing? Just like they did at the house party.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
But they didn't do it when he was behaving the way he was behaving in the flirting he was doing. Nobody say, yo, chill, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? You see him trying to talk to her, like, you're a hater. Nobody did that.
It was in front of company.
He bagged her and brought her, and now they're like, how dare you?
It's company.
Follow up with what you did the first time you ever
later
saw
on,
her. How dare you?
I feel like in the, like you referred to it as the social circle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they pulled like the in front of company move. Like, so like they didn't say anything like when the girls walked up, because like even when he was like hating in the inside the club, it was like, yo, they called him on being jealous. Like, you know what I mean? Like they was like, yo, bro, like you got to give it up. That was good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't be jealous. And it's like, oh my God, green globs coming out your face. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were addressing one another about like that competitive
told
nature.
Him it was wrong when he actually pursued it to the point where Savon had to tell Darius that they were talking.
Yeah, them niggas is
so
crazy.
it does, like the social circle has no loyalty to each other whatsoever. It really doesn't. It's just a group of people that come on and hang out. And she's fair game, and she made herself fair game.
She did make herself.
So
that word.
Because I was like, I started the movie annoyed with Darius, how he approached her, how the fact that you were.
Oh, you going to the next scene?
You were as goofy and clumsy at that bar, stuttering over your words, all this, but then you walk up on that stage because that's your comfort, and now it's like, I know this whole poem because I've been saying it. Okay, but don't act like...
I've stuttered over my words in front of beautiful women before.
I get it, but don't get up on stage after you just stuttered over me and say my name and embarrass me like that when you couldn't play real game at the bar with me.
Oh, that's crazy. Damn, the poem's not real game, though?
No,
the poem's not real game.
It's not. That's a poem you already had.
Yo,
you added the name.
Bro, I can't write raps, bro. My bad.
No. The reason...
No, that's fine.
Yo, the reason the poem's not real game is because it's like, it's like somebody saying like, yeah, I wrote something for you. First off, you don't know about the person.
True.
You just met them. So it's like, imagine a girl meets you, right? And she's like, hey, what's your name? You're like, yo, I'm Swing. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden she goes up there and she got like this super intricate poem that could fit anyone. And she doesn't even know your favorite color. And she's like, thoughts of Swing. Like, nigga, get off the mic. Like, I could be talking to mad girls in here. You're doing a lot.
I had a situation like that. Like, when I was in college, I loved that poetry since high school.
Word.
When you're getting to know somebody, you tell them whatever. This man recited a poem from one of my favorite poets, Black Ice, and said it was his in front of me. So, like, the whole time he's performing, I'm like, I know this poem. I know it. To the very end of the poem, I went, huh.
Damn.
So you wrote that? He was like, yeah. I was like, kind of sounds just like Black Ice. He stepped out, I was like, oh, really? Like, so so this is what you run amok here in this city. You hear a girl that likes poetry, and you're like, I know a show. I can rewind and pause and remember this poem.
I guess
crazy.
I guess we're going to go through
some plays are automatic. 44 Bulldog, I don't know.
Are we going to go through our poetic past?
But at the same time, for me, it's like a lot of my friends was like, you didn't find that cute and romantic? He's a liar.
Yeah,
like that's a red flag. You got up and performed a 2-minute and 30-second poem.
Oh shit.
And I guess trauma. I'm sorry, because I helped somebody lie to you poetically.
So it happens. Like someone wrote we have a poetry book for high school. This kid in high school decided to write me a poem and a Valentine's Day card. I know how he writes. I know his pace. I know everything. Damn. So as soon as I read, I went, did KJ write this for you?
Sorry, dude.
I said, did he write
True story that happened in high school.
Yeah. He was like, what? No? How you know?
Damn.
Like, that's weird.
Damn.
I would take roses and red violets.
So, no, that's,
I would take that. I would take whackness.
So some weird shit. Their second meetup, getting her address off a check, which is...
You're going to jail.
That's stalker vibes. He's a stalker.
There we go.
Go directly to jail. Do not pass go.
Yeah, no.
Do not collect $200.
Yeah,
and take Sheila with you because she's on the job. She's an accessory to the crime.
That's a fact.
That's wild.
I mean,
don't pass the check.
But that's also because you already fumbled it in the record store. That's the part that's most annoying.
Yo, Buddy was mad
really
pretentious.
About to vibe with you, and you shushed her and pointed to your ear to listen.
Yeah, he does that a lot in this movie,
bro. Now
Buy my stuff and live.
you being a culture guy, you know what I mean? Like I know.
Okay.
Come on, man. We gonna do it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
So, start talking all this culture stuff. I feel like creative people have to balance how confident they are in their creativity when they interact with people. Because what happens is, like, you're so focused on, like, this will get them, this will impress them, and you start becoming like a jerk. Like, because you're just like, you're not thinking about how it comes off. Like, in his head, he's like, nah, listen to the song. Meanwhile, he's like, yo, can I play something for you? And then she's like, wow, this is great. Shut up. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's out of pocket.
That's how I feel when I listen to Stove God. Yeah, I don't know.
And
she
then
had already said the person.
she was like,
"Oh, it was already knowledgeable." I feel like you should open your eyes at the point, and be like, "Oh my goodness,
you like it too."
Like,
Kindred spirits, like that would have been a vibe.
Yeah.
But
and
instead,
it's like, you're not a musician.
she said it was sad, and he was like, melancholy, maybe.
Melancholy, yeah.
Like, yo, relax, bro. Like, I looked at the definition of melancholy. The word sad is in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that deep. Like, you were reaching. Like, you were trying to be a dick. Like, you was just trying to be highbrow for no
Get more
reason.
points on that
Like, I
Scrabble board.
understand that you're smart, bro. But, like, yo, sometimes you're too smart for your own good. Like, right now, you're not trying to win a literary award. You're trying to get some buns. And you're actually working backwards. Like, he was killing himself.
Y'all dudes is hustling backwards. I copy
But I
crash
feel like
was
everything he did was so like arrogant and pretentious. Like,
Yeah.
Very
like he
arrogant.
was failing on his own. Like from the sanctuary. Like from there, I was like,
Yeah, looking
Yo,
at your
that's
friends,
hilarious.
winking. Like, he deserved
that
he
was-
deserved.
equivalent.
yeah.
It's equivalent, literally, until like me and you having private conversations. You fumble, you stutter, all that, right? But then you get on social media because that's the new world, and you write this post about how you're the man, how you bagged a shorty, how
Imposter syndrome.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's
it's just
not
not
true.
true.
That's not who you
It's just
are.
not true. It's not who you are. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I got the minute he got up on that stage and said her name. I said, ugh, I forgot he did that.
Yeah, I mean, he was really
Because I love the poem. I
Yeah, it was
just
cool.
hate that he put her name in it.
wanted to give her injections
y'all
of sublime
think,
erections.
Do y'all think Darius and Sheila hooked up? Because all that, yo, didn't I school you shit? You think they hooked up?
Do you think Sheila slept with anybody in the friend group?
They could have.
Darius or anyone else? Because I was like, I don't know, like
Because
the
who she,
Wood,
the bite,
like
the
with
bite
Wood,
at
yeah,
was
she
Wood,
did,
right?
like Wood, like stuck his tongue out and she like bit at it.
But I told you, like, there was like a scene where they were flirty.
Yeah.
Like, almost. Where
Yeah.
I was just like,
And she's like, you're the least romantic man I know.
yeah.
Like, how do you know him romantically?
I don't know. I feel like it would have been implied if it was. I
There's
feel
a
like
lot
that's
going
still the
on.
era where there was a lot of like friend groups, like living single and stuff like that.
I was about
and
to-
Martin.
yeah.
There wasn't like cross relationships. I feel like that's why when Nina came in and did it, they looked at her the way they looked at
Yeah,
her.
she was out of pocket.
They were like, "Girl, you
A lot of
lost your mind."
yeah.
I don't
A
feel
lot
like
of
if they
scolding
were
in this
doing that,
movie,
they're like,
yeah.
"Listen, I understand what's going on," you know. But no, they were all looking like, "Have y'all all lost your mind? This is crazy."
Right,
I don't feel like they crossed those lines.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I could. Yeah. It's just like the way she kind of like, just the way she moves around a lot of the men. Not saying it's like salacious,
But she was comfortable. And I mean, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But, like, and then, like I said, like, I don't know if, like, any of that changes if she has a boyfriend or if the boyfriend's present.
Yeah,
To where
'cause
the
that's a
respect
huge
lines
question.
change.
Because
Like,
when
you
she
know-
did the African dance, right? That was her.
Yeah, yeah. That's
She
all
did the bite
Sheila.
thing.
And
Yeah.
then
Like the
it's
flirt.
either
What else did she
Wood
do?
or Darius that alludes later on, like either around the house party scene where they're like, where he's like, yo, like y'all be over there making us eat carrots and shit. So who's y'all? Like, does she have a roommate?
Oh, yeah,
Is it
yeah,
a
like-
boyfriend? Is it a girlfriend? Like, what are we?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you know. But
That could also, if she is lesbian or whatever, that can apply to how comfortable she is around the men.
100%.
because she's not even thinking
Right.
about it. Yeah,
That makes sense.
okay.
97.
Gets
so
the number.
wouldn't push that to the forefront.
Gets the address. Later on, tells her I got the number 2. Like, you know,
Knocks on
whatever.
the, no. We got to
But-
slow
yeah,
down on the whole process.
Yo, Isley Brothers LP gets him in the door.
Yes, but, yo, bro, he knocked on the door.
Right.
First wrong move.
Yeah.
Then he's doing the nice gesture of delivering the CD she was looking for. Then
Could have mailed it.
he starts looking over her shoulder. And she's like, yo, you trying to come in? He says yes. No. Well, if you not doing nothing. Like, bro, relax. Like, I get that you like her.
It's a lot of horny.
Yeah.
It's a lot
It's a lot of horny
going on, yo.
Like,
It's
bro, turn it down.
yeah.
But that's why I was so annoyed how Smoothie
But-
was on that stage.
I'm big on like, so when I'm watching movies, yo, especially shit like this where it's just cinematically just dope. I'm looking at like body language and shit, like how people act, like just all the nonverbal shit. Yo, she don't even open the door for him to come in. She's like, yeah, you can come in, but she don't even move that door. She does not move that door. And I think that shit was fly. I'm like, yeah, she's kind of, she's still obviously skeptical.
Yeah, I mean, as a woman, I would say.
Safety.
Like, it was the most toxic pursuit I've ever seen.
Yo,
We're in
like,
Chicago. It's a lot of guns. You don't know what's on the other end of that door, bro.
And the thing about it is like, yeah, I'm going to tell you to come in because I don't know if you're going to kick this door down anyway. Like, you are at my door. I'm by myself. So, like you're saying, if that was her body language where she didn't open the door fully, she wasn't comfortable because he was already bulldozing his way in there from the very beginning.
Yeah, he's got to relax.
Like, he didn't even wait for her to show up again next week to do another fake poem about her.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
he stumbled.
Made you run into her at the record store, but
I was
you
about to say,
let
that's
it be
about
that.
it. Yeah.
You should at least ask then and be like, hey, I'll be here next week. Like, just leave it there. But at the same time, her walking away out of the record store and then turning around to see if he's coming, I feel like that's also toxic. It's like the cat and mouse type of thing. It can only go so far. Like, you showed up at my house, like my place where I live, and came in.
They both mentioned persistence, but this is past persistence.
This is high school
I think
stuff.
the way
That's
we're
not
talking
persistent.
about it. Yeah,
Like, you getting off the bus with me and following me home or find out where I live like that, knocking on my door as a child. Like, I feel like they were emotionally immature throughout the whole movie.
Would this be
100%.
the equivalent to for sure? But would this be the equivalent to girls talking about dudes be having conversations with themselves in the DMs? Is this almost like that? Would this be like the 90s version?
It could have been
that?
because what sign did she ever show that she was interested?
Yeah.
Because even in the group where she was like, there's more things to talk about than that.
She writes love on his
like,
hand.
that still could be flirty, but it still wasn't like, here's my phone number. How are you going to find me? Like, this is not social media where you can kind of find me. Like, if I walk away in at 97, you might not see me again.
And I think the whole thing was more like read the room. Yeah. Like, he wasn't reading the room. Like, he was like we said, turn the horny down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was just fast tracking this whole thing. Mm-hmm. Like, he wasn't with waiting. Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, it was so bad because even if, like, you know, just like Sheila said, like, she's like, yo, like slow and steady, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I schooled you. Mm-hmm. Like, girls like it easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was coming on way too strong.
He was very persistent just to get some buns because for you to get there and then when you finally get to talk to your friend in a very safe setting, like, you still have this ego about you. You're still like, oh, it was just sex. Like, we just kicking, it ain't nothing. Mm-hmm. So why did you show up at her house, sir? Why did you do that?
We pulling cards.
Like, did your friends know that part? Did your friends know that? Because that's some desperate behavior. And that's nasty work. Like, in the group chat, bro, don't ever tell me you did that.
Like, yo, that's crazy. As I want to be like, okay, like, as we get deeper into the movie, like, Nia Long did some stupid shit in this movie. Mm-hmm. We'll be for real.
100%.
But at the same time,
she's not alone in being dumb.
You push for this, so if she looks at you like, hey, I gotta go back to New York because I have some unfinished business because you don't listen, I already told you, like, now's not the time and this is not good timing, but you kept coming around, you could only be mad at yourself. And maybe that's another reason why he couldn't say nothing, because you wanted to be here.
Yeah.
You wanted to be here.
That's valid.
You your ass here, and I told you timing wasn't good. I told you this.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that take. That's different.
Bringing her around the homies. The next little scene that they get into, something small. Savon with the Hotep drums.
More proof that Darius is not that guy. No disrespect to him. Super cool, but like she said, his safe place is performing.
Oh, the
Like,
God is a woman
His
speech.
no, but I'm just saying his safe place is going up there on that stage, putting the poem together. His safe place is around his friends. Like he don't got it like that. Like as much of a facade as he puts on as the cool, suave guy. Like he can't. When he was by himself talking, he keeps messing it up. Like he's not. He's
Because
not
I was
like
gonna
that.
ask y'all thoughts on that, yo. Because now that we're only 15 minutes into the movie at this point, but yo, his God is a woman soliloquy, like nah, God is a woman, yo. Like, yeah,
Like,
he's just trying to impress.
That was a
Shorty.
great call out by Wood and Ed when they were like, "Yo, bro, I'm here. I'm with you. I get it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like come on, my nigga. Like you don't think that. Like you know what I mean. Like and I mean what he said. I think the funny thing is everything that was said in that exchange with the social group had validity. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I liked what Savan said. I liked what Wood said. I'm even what Wood said was funny, but I still was like, haha, that's funny. That's clever about the like put the
dick under the chin
out of pocket.
If God was a woman, yeah.
Like just on a convenient scale. But it was like all of them had like these different analytical points of like
See, I got homies that are just like Wood, yo, that like, yo, whenever there's females around, yo, these niggas just say some dumb shit. Like, yo, why you gotta say it's overly sexual or it's overly immature or like just overall bad timing? Like, I don't like shit like that, yo.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I watch this movie, I'm like, yo, I fucking know 5 of y'all. I know 5 Hollywoods, yo, because I'm not gonna say
never.
Pause, you know,
Never.
even for the thought, yo, you know what I'm saying? But yo, hey, yo. But I know 5 Hollywoods right now.
Yeah, that
And that's terrible.
I hope as you age that number lowers with maturity.
Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
Like 5 in one group, that's a
seemed
lot.
pretty aged in Love Jones, and he didn't.
100%.
So good luck to you with that.
There wasn't 5 there wasn't 5 of them in one group. Like that's a lot.
I mean, but I've also told you, I was like, sometimes people bring social settings that the people are so different because you're like, I don't see how everyone's friends with Hollywood. Like, I don't see it. I say, it could be the childhood friends. It could be people that you just come. He doesn't have to be an intellect to be your friend of someone in that social circle.
Like, I've befriended coworkers that, you know, no disrespect, have like lingered around a little longer. They can blend with some of my like personal childhood friends, but like, just be niggas that just be around sometimes.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it be.
Yeah.
Like, there's no purpose.
What we got? First kiss, hookup, but that's real.
Yeah, 'cause they
well,
go to
the lead up to that, yeah, they go to the reggae club vibes, my type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? What's up? And like, just seeing a woman move. I've told you about shit like that, yo. Just it's attractive to somebody like me, but then leads to them the fake hard to get shit.
Oh yeah, you was talking about
The
that.
fake hard to get
When
shit.
they was fronting at the door.
I don't
acting
want to.
like,
What did
I
she
don't
say?
wanna come
I don't
off.
want to seem like I'm fast or whatever the fuck. Girl,
We grown.
we grown.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We
Like,
grown.
we're adults.
Yeah.
You like me. I like you.
Oh no, she says. I wrote down the quote. I can't go out like that.
Who do you got something to prove to?
Facts.
Like Twitter don't exist. Like I'm not
Yo.
about to like get off the doorstep and tweet like got him.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like it's
Come
like
on.
no one would know that it even happened.
But that was just the natural stigma back then of like one night stands or first time being with somebody. That's just the true like. But you did so much worse. So it doesn't.
She
even
can't go
matter.
out like that. And he says, I just want to come up and talk.
Yeah, that was so.
I threw my
stupid.
fucking Apple Pencil, yo. I'm like, yo, y'all are on some bullshit right now, yo. They're on some real bullshit. But they do it. They do the thing.
But they didn't even have they didn't like and I think the movie was like, the same way they had the abrupt kiss to packing the stuff, they made sure there was no in between to show how much they were fronting.
Oh, yeah. It
Like
goes,
like they didn't have small talk in the house.
And you know what?
Like as soon as they got in, they're in the bed. She's
To a point you
everybody's
made
clothes
earlier,
on.
like it's not a lot of build up. It's not a lot of character development. Like it flows. Like it's
It's just a story being
Yeah.
told. It's a love story being told in its own way. Like
not a lot of. There's
whether
not a
it's
lot of
good love
fat.
story
Yeah.
or not, it's a story.
There's not a lot of
Supposed
fat.
to- yeah.
Because I wonder if, bro, like, I mean, to be honest, like, I mean, at the time, 1997, a movie like this, yo, $10 million budget, you know what I'm saying? With not a lot of big actors in it, yo. It's just mostly probably paying for on-set shit, on location stuff,
Right.
maybe the wardrobes, shit like that. I don't know. Lorenz Tate probably got the lion's share out of whatever, but
Right.
yeah, I just think it just again, it moves along. It moves along.
And then
Really like not quick, but I think they would have maybe had more scenes with Ed, but
time.
the time, because it ends probably around high almost hour and 40.
Yeah,
like hour 35, hour
Also have to
38,
think,
something like that.
Developing other stories, what would have been the point to it?
Yeah,
You know, like if the main story is their love story, like what would have been the point to anything else other than their friends giving them input about stuff?
Right. If there's a director's cut, there's probably an Ed scene in there somewhere where it just explains the dynamic a little
What
bit
I
better.
found interesting is like we got a deeper look into what's his name, Savon's life.
Got a lot
about
of
how
Savon in this,
his wife left, child, all this stuff, how he expressed to his friends, like, when y'all get a wife or when y'all fall in love and know how to keep it, then y'all can talk to me. Like, I'm tired of y'all. But at the same time, we never got a true dive into Nina's best friend. Because these are the two characters that are giving them both advice, bad advice.
Yo.
Because they're both going through some things right now in their own personal life, so they're not here for love.
I'm so happy you said that because in my head I was like, yo, it's important who you get advice from.
Yeah.
People need to remember that. Like, this is a master class on who not to listen to. Like, you could see your friend going through something and be like, yo, I want to talk to you, and act as if their view on things wouldn't be skewed based on their circumstances.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
like
I feel like it was almost like a look down because Savon was married and Darius wasn't. So you don't want Darius' advice, but you want to sit up and give him advice. You haven't been in the dating scene. How long? You're married. What more can you give him for a woman that he's known for 14 days? Because what you're doing is you're attaching everything that's going on in your life and you're giving him bad advice, but you don't want to hear what he has to say about you because he's hopeful.
When they're talking at the house party, he scolds them, like my wife ain't here right. I love my wife, but she ain't here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You don't want to
Don't tell me about you not married, so don't tell me about married life.
But you can come to me and talk to me about my stuff and about what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And you're giving me bad advice on top of it.
That
of
was
what you're going
his-
through. But I just thought it was interesting that you saw a quick glimpse into his best friend, but we don't know why she was so scorned. Why she was like, yeah, have him take the test. Yeah, tell him you leave and see what he says. Because any other friend would be like, yo, that's dumb. Like, do you want to stay? I'm here. Stay. You need a job? Let's go find it. Or do you really want to go there? Do you really want this man? I just helped you pack, girl. Like,
out of pocket.
I just helped you pack.
Yo, that's a fact. Like, yo, fam, if we're just gonna count the sweat equity, imagine you just helped your friend move out of their apartment. Now they're saying they want to go somewhere else. Like, yo, fam, like, I'm on payroll. There's a lot of work.
And there's no real reason. There's no real blowout. There's nothing for you to even be like, oh, I don't know where I want to be right now. You knew you didn't want to be with homeboy. Every picture you put away, every clothes you folded, every box you taped up.
Quick.
You knew you didn't want to be with this man.
That's true.
But I feel like you got so afraid of whatever it was going to be with Darius, you're just like, I don't know. I don't know if I want this. It's scary.
You know what else was important? I think she knew. But she knew off top because she wasn't trying to give him a shot. She was telling him timing was bad. But when she's in the cab and she says, I would hurt him too bad. Like, she knew.
That's crazy.
She knew how open he was.
Yeah, because of how he was pursuing it.
100%.
Yeah, I get that. But she also could have just been flighty and shifty.
Yeah. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, she knew. Like,
And I feel like
we haven't even gotten into.
She didn't trust anybody either. Like, that was her main
villain
thing,
arc.
why her guard was up, and he didn't help.
We didn't get into that yet.
Like, he didn't help. Like who you was at the bar versus who you was on that stage. Who are you? Which one are you?
why would you trust somebody that just stalked their way into your house?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're showing me traits.
But he got the draws though.
Yeah, he did. Because that's what she.
You know what I'm
wanted. She
saying?
did.
They did that, and then she fucked with it because her and Josie in the cab, nosy ass best friend, living vicariously through her panties. Like, what is going on here, yo? Like,
Slut
yo,
puppy.
she said,
Times. I'm like, we get it.
pause.
She said, "How slut puppy?"
Yeah,
Why'd she call her?
Like,
Why'd she
dang,
call her a
girl, how
slut
many
puppy?
more?
yo,
That was crazy.
saying like it was speaking to her, and she said,
wow.
"What did it say?"
Oh God.
Yo, listen, I drive Uber part-time. I be hearing some wild-ass
I feel
conversations.
like that's like a
So I'm the
Taxi
cab
Y'all don't
driver
need to
in
see
that
a girls
instance.
group chat.
Like,
Yo,
y'all
that-
don't need to see a girls group chat. Y'all
Crazy,
think, man,
yo.
no.
I just want to mind my business.
Crazy.
I'm cool with that.
she wanted all the tea,
No, but
yo.
women talk just as bad as men do.
Yeah, of course.
If y'all to be honest about it, like if he was just to talk about like the sexual part, probably would have been more information that he gave his friend. But because it was about like, what y'all doing? Like it was more that.
He said she
Yeah,
put
it was
the
more. It
butt-
was more.
He wanted
the
to
intimacy.
bring it to
yeah.
that conversation. He wanted to turn it into that. he
Yeah,
didn't want
but
to
it
talk
was
about
like,
his feelings.
nah, that's just straight. It was all intimacy on his end, and her just
Wow.
made wild, yo, wild. I fuck with that scene though. I ain't gonna. I'm messy, so.
But that's the part that was the craziest part about,
Santaria.
Yeah.
Like,
but that was the
he went
craziest
crazy.
part about
He's
this
in
movie
love.
for me. I'm like, you guys just look like horny teenagers because all we're sitting here doing is talking
It's
about
sex.
sex. But now
Sex.
we're like, where you want to be? I gotta go to New York and live a life, and I gotta do this, and we need to come back. Like, no, you can't do that.
We gonna get into her villain arc, yo, because
you can't do that.
I'm about to fry her up, yo. Because
Go ahead, go
You know
ahead.
what I'm saying? So fast forward a little bit, yo. The she jacked you up scene, Savon and him. You know what I'm saying?
for
We
sure.
talked about that, you know, and how they just more fronting, yo, more fronting. I feel like Darius, or when he brings her to her apartment, yo, stashing the fucking photo of the ex.
Yeah, that was
I
bad.
think we said that's got to be the Felicia girl that his friends
Yeah,
reference a couple
but I
times.
also feel
Like,
like-
damn, homie, you still got the photo up, and that shit was what was it? A couple years, right?
It just showed
Removed?
that both of them. It just showed that both of them hadn't moved on properly.
From yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, so Nia's character Nina, she called it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she said it's not the right time, but he just couldn't respect it. And if he was a little bit more self-aware and not stuck in the pursuit, he'd have been like, yo, actually, like, I'm acting like I like you this strong, but like you said, he don't bring no girls to the crib. So now he's just like so into the pursuit that he's like gonna bring her up there. Then he's like faced with the fact that he's not as far over it as he thinks he is. Because now he's sitting there linked up against his freaking desk, and he's like, "Ooh, this picture is crazy." Put that down. Like, yeah, he's out of.
One thing that's cool about this dialogue that we're having is, yo, every character, or at least
Everybody's trash.
everybody's flawed. Yeah, everybody's flawed. You know,
Second podcast when we say that.
Yeah, everybody's bad.
All
Nope.
the characters got some issues.
No perfect
everybody's flawed
humans.
because yo, I wrote down like, because at this point in the movie, probably about 30 minutes in, I'm like, yo, Savon is just on the deep shit 24/7. But we alluded to later on at the house party where he just want to be regular. Darius trying to not get at him, but like, yo, listen, what's up with this, bro? Like you said, yeah, like, yo, you can be all up in my shit, but when I'm trying to check you, I don't want to talk about this right now. That's the first time in the whole movie where he's like not on some deep
That
shit.
cool, deep-
Yeah.
No, 'cause, yeah. And I feel like a lot of that was defensive because, like, I was telling him, we still don't know why his wife left. We just know that you trifling.
Yeah.
We just know that.
He's trifling. I mean, he threw the little money jab at her, but what that really mean though?
But because look
You know?
at how you're moving when she's not here.
Right.
First of all, let's all think about it. You have a child somewhere that's not in their bed.
He's
That's
never.
probably in school right now. And you're throwing a house party with your colleague that your friends notice your behavior and how you move. Why would your friends bring that up? There's so many women in this party right now.
Yeah.
But they know how you move.
You brought your
You
car
never.
over.
You
trifling
never.
dude.
You
Yeah,
never.
You shitting where you eat, bro.
Exactly.
You never talk. You never talk to your son. In the whole
You never
movie.
said you missed your son.
That's crazy. Like, yo,
What's
when
the
I think
son's
of
name?
when I
Don't
think
know.
of
He
when
ain't
I
talk
think
about
of
him.
how much he tried to big bro and or fatherly figure advice Darius, I'm like, nigga, talk to your kid.
Yeah.
Give your kid an hour.
You have a
sad.
young.
Little bit.
You're raising a young man.
You saw how
Yeah.
sad
That kid
his
is
son
not-
looked when he came back to the door.
Like he
And
didn't even
then-
want to be there.
No, did you peep? Like
He had
the
the same
afterthought of
emotion.
like he.
Yes, that's
Little
exactly what I
head
was going to.
He said, "Oh, you
First of
come here
all,
too. You
again,
come here too, little
why
man."
does everybody have big ass hats in this fucking movie?
It's the
90s.
It's the 90s.
Yeah,
Because when you
90s.
wrote that in the group chat, I said, I like Ed's hats. I like that
Nah,
backwards
Ed's
one when
hats
he
are
introduced what's
crazy,
his
yo.
face. I said,
He
I
had
would've
the
worn
one that
with
looked
my
like a
Brandy
fucking
box
circus.
braids.
It was like red and white
Oh, you hear
circus.
I would have worn with my Brandy box braids.
That's a good- that's
That
a-
whole
that's an
outfit
aesthetic.
Nina, that whole outfit
That's-
Nina
that's
had
a-
at the end, I had that outfit. I had
That's
whole outfit.
that's a look.
That whole outfit.
That's true. That big hat thing was kind of a
And then throw a big hat with
Poetic
it.
Justice. Janet with the braid. Like
Busta Rhymes,
But-
you
but-
not remember his hats?
those are big hats.
those
But I'm
were
just
crazy
saying,
big
like,
hats.
it was just
he had
the-
the top hat with the hole
It
in
was
the
just
top
the
with
style
the dreads
in the
coming.
90s.
Yeah, he was wild.
Oversized.
Flavor
Chris
Flav.
Cross, TLC, all them had
Yeah,
oversized
Left Eye had a
clothes
crazy big
backwards.
hat.
So I'm with the
What time be
oversized. I can
alive?
get with an oversized look, because a lot of that shit is like coming back, flared denim and all that shit.
You was
right?
talking crazy in the group chat. You was mad at the big coat.
Listen, yo. So the scene where he takes her to her crib, or he takes her to his crib rather. Big ass jacket. Yo, Lorenz Tate is not a big dude at all. Probably 5'5",
Why do you
5'6".
have my coat on?
It looked like it, bro. It looked like it. Man should be rocking mediums, and everything is an XL, and he should be rocking probably 32 length, 32 width jeans. He's wearing 38. What you say?
He's with his arms.
Yo, it may as well be when she takes the photo and you just look at what he's wearing, that
Did he
jacket
have
is
just, a
3
white
sizes
beater
too
under
big.
it?
And then all he had was a beater on. Yo, you're bugging,
I'm
bro.
like-
Wait, I think he had a baggy wife beater too. Why would you
I
have
was
on
like,
baggy
what was the
underclothes? That's
season?
crazy.
Baggy white beater.
What was the season?
Baggy white beater tucked in, and then your jeans are
It's
pillowing
such a
out, bro.
drastic change.
What
Like,
are
you
we
go
doing?
from leather jacket, blade, to
there's
just
a lot
wife
going on.
beater.
Yo, why do you have a size 42 belt, bro? That shit is definitely looped around a couple times, like your little bro.
90s.
Big-ass
He
shoes.
definitely had his
Cooking.
big brother's clothes on.
It's crazy.
That was the look.
It was the 90s though.
Yo, so hilarious. But shout out to, I mentioned this to you. Shout out to the earth tones in that scene, that whole apartment. All the browns and the tans
The
and
books
the
and
books.
everything.
It
Yeah,
just
nice.
everything is just
I
very
think
aesthetic, yo.
everyone's house, everyone's
Yeah.
setting of that, I just love. I
Her
just
house
love
was
the
amazing.
visuals. I love the visuals.
Yeah,
Her
where
house
she
was
house
fire.
sitting. I love an open,
Yeah,
fire.
you could look over and
Floating staircase in the
Floating
middle.
staircase.
Oh my
all of
God.
that great stuff.
Yeah.
It's like she's
Yeah, they
rich.
gentrified that shit by now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, where we at? We got.
We got we got Marvin pops back up, Raheem from Juice, yo, you know what I'm saying?
no high top.
Yeah, no high top.
Fro.
Yeah, we this is the start
He
of
had
the
no
villain
language.
arc.
He
This
had
is
no
the-
language for her. He just was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
how to
sorry.
say this. Take a train ticket, meet me back
Yeah,
over there."
my mom's
'Cause he's
sick.
used
I'm gonna
to
go say
it.
what up, and then
He's used to it. Like, that's the old Southern
That's their
thing.
love
Like, I
story.
went and got my woman. She left, and I went and got my woman. That's literally what he did.
Like
He went and
so,
got his woman.
as long as he went, it was enough. Like
he
as
didn't
long
have
as
to
he
say
was
nothing.
there.
Like, here's a ticket. Get your ass on back here. And she skipped back.
this is
Yo,
where
she
I-
did. That was
Yeah.
so
She
out
was
of pocket.
only
Yeah.
Why did she
mad
go
about
back?
this. Let's be clear. She was only like, this relationship is not going to work for me because she didn't get the job. The same pictures we love, they were too raw for the white man in the corporate.
You make it slicker.
Yo,
Now,
yeah,
now we're walking
that
into the
slicker
apartment,
shit-
and now all we got is time, and that's not enough no more. You had nothing but time when you was waiting on that train to come back to the man that you know you don't want.
That slicker
Nina's
shit
the
pissed
villain.
me off. I'm not even gonna.
Nina's the
hold you, yo.
villain because she definitely used him for a free place to stay.
For an interview.
Yeah, that was
Because
wild.
this is the question. Would the movie have ended there if she would have gotten the job?
Yeah, because he wasn't going to New
Yeah.
York off for no 2 weeks.
She already was still showing, like, dude in Chicago is still an option. He's still an option.
I had this as the start of her villain arc that I think we agree on, yo.
So she's a villain.
Yo, she's the villain. Every movie has to have a villain. They don't all look the same. but
They
I
don't
think
all look
she's
like
the-
Nia.
They don't.
I think that it was dope
But,
for the love story for her to be the bad guy,
Yeah.
for her to have to come back to him.
Because there's something that I read that fast forward to the ending scene. Originally, it was supposed to be her waiting in the rain. Test audience, the women in the test audience was like, "Fuck that." Pride was hurt. Like,
Enough
we ain't gonna
is
be waiting for a
enough.
man in the fucking rain. We ain't doing that shit. Get that out of here.
Oh
So
my
they switched
God.
it. They switched it.
So nobody
You know what I'm
wanted
saying?
to say that about love and basketball when he dunked on
I-
her
I hate-
and then
I-
let her walk off.
Yeah,
and then
I don't
said
like that
double or
movie.
nothing.
Yo,
and
we
she
could definitely
accepted
do-
it and
yo,
then
we could
hugged her.
definitely
Shut
do-
up the ball and let's play
Yo.
again.
She's so mad.
Yo, We can
no.
definitely
No.
run
Hugging you, you
loving
just
basketball, and I'm
brain
gonna
on me.
hate
Alright, I'm
watch
done.
the fuck out of it, and I'm coming here with more crazy
I'm gonna
notes,
be.
yo.
I'm gonna be sitting here
if
like
we
Tiffany
watch
with
Love
my
and-
glasses on. For I
Yo.
love New York because I'll be fed up.
I was saying,
Fed up.
if we do Love and Basketball,
It'll be a lot
people,
for me.
I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all to put the camera on her the whole time.
You gotta make a poll
Yo.
because we can't just do love and basketball. You gotta ask what the people want.
Yes,
But her villain arc, yo, yo, springing up the convo after they just had sex, bro. What are we talking about?
wait, when she
They have sex and she's like, yeah, I got old dude circled back. Like I might have to go see what's up. After I just laid,
Yeah, that's the
Come
part I was
on.
like, I don't get this.
no pun. Yeah.
I don't get what we're doing here. Like, what games are you playing? Like,
Exactly.
you have
Now-
a lot of money for deposits and train fare.
As
like,
a man, his ego was hurt. His ego was hurt. You can see it visually. Like, yo, she springs it up on him. And he's kind of like, oh, nah, yeah, we just kicking it.
and that's all he could do. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a defense mechanism, yo.
Realistically,
Two things.
it's 2 weeks.
it's
Like,
so it's 2 weeks. It's something that he probably can relate to because he just had to put the picture down that reminded him that he can't get over someone.
yeah,
And
unfinished
also,
business.
You're supposed to think that when you lay it down, we're not talking about nothing else but our future.
We about to
Even
relax.
if it's a lie.
There goes the insult.
Like this is what we're supposed to do.
How
We're
about a
laying
nap?
there. You're like, hey, I'm thinking about this other cat right now. After
And the way she
the
undersells
activities,
Yo, fresh, like,
their relationship
fresh off of smashing.
is wild, bro. Honestly, yo, I got a couple words, yo. Yo, what you about to do?
Yo, what you about to do is crazy.
I just want to know
Yeah.
what unfinished business you packed. Everything.
I'm about to go type another poem, or I'm about to go make a beat, yo. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's not cool. It's not nice. It's not
I
ladylike.
think she had horrible timing with everything because she wanted to talk about stuff when she wanted to talk about everything. That's how it was. Just like when she, you
'Cause Vaughn
opened
saw
your
right-
eyes when the phone rang. Just roll
Yeah.
over. Who was that? You gonna lay there like a psychopath and listen to the whispering, and then as he's writing, and your read or whatever, like everyone's in emotion. We're gonna bring it up now.
yep.
You done went through the whole day. Done took a shower, got dressed, probably did some activities with him. He's thinking he's
Activities.
safe. His mind is open and he's writing. You put out a book. How many pages did you read? Like, and another thing.
He's also dumb because why did he put the phone number on the cork board in the house?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know what that meant. Like, that's stupid.
What?
Like, no, like I don't know
Like,
why
it's
he
in
would leave it up
plain
there.
view. It's the 90s. You don't got
Tuck
an
it in a
address
book,
book, bro.
Something. Get a Rolodex. Grow up.
That's what I'm saying.
I
You
feel
got a
like-
whole office, Rolodex,
You don't know
address
how long
book,
they were
Put it in
talking,
a
but
book,
they were
whatever,
talking
bro.
enough to have some type of history. I feel like that's a number you should have memorized by then.
Like, no, she called.
Wait,
so
was-
she probably
this
was
was the
giving him
Lisa
the
girl,
new
right?
number.
This was the
My
Lisa
number
girl,
So she
changed.
wrote it. You saw him write it down and put it up.
No, but after the
alluded to,
phone call,
yeah.
after the phone call in the middle of the night, so whatever is changing in her circumstance for her to call at 5 a.m, that's when I'm thinking he got the number. Why would you post it up on your board? Like, you're not
like in
living
plain
with
view, bro. In plain
like,
view.
bro, put it away.
I think they all made stupid decisions.
Oh, there's some.
Yeah.
I mean, we just skipped the stupid decision by talking about that because we didn't even talk about her coming back and seeing him with somebody and thinking that was reason enough to be mad at him. Like, she wasn't just living with her ex.
Yeah, she was like really mad at him.
She was like, the nerve of you. You know what? I'll mess with your friend since you wanted to date while I was out here seeing
Yo.
if I could rekindle with
So,
my
okay,
ex.
what I
villain.
will give her
Villain.
grace, I'll give her grace. She did not actively pursue him.
No,
He
she
came
didn't.
No,
up-
she didn't purposely do it. I
he
give it.
found, but then she was weak sauce, and then she fell for it because it was convenient.
Yo,
And
which
her
is-
friend enabled her.
but
Yo, I gotta ask, yo.
Come on, Joseph.
So they go out on a date, right? I need a woman's perspective, yo. Does this goofy ass shit really work, yo? Where they on a first, it's their first date, and he's talking about underwear, and that's like, yo, she's way too. Oh, he's the funny friend, like. Talking about underwear on the first date, bro, you drove me here in a hearse. Yo, bring me home. Yo, bring me home.
What you think?
we didn't see his personality when you was dating his friend when y'all was all sitting at a table.
Yep, and
It's to be expected, but the fact that she even, so we do the first date. Maybe, all right, I'll shoot her some bail. Maybe I do the first date because I'm just trying to be nice nice or some shit, right? It's nice, yo. He wants to take me out, cool. We'll entertain it. But then you go to the house, you make plans, even though you don't know who's going to be at the house party, what type of setting it is, you still try to go out on another excursion with
I
him.
don't feel like you should have been on the first one.
Damn right she shouldn't have, because she's the villain, yo. She gonna do villain shit.
Your last
like, try to fuck your homie.
Like, yeah, you
Like,
already
or entertain
crazy.
the fact that your homie might want to fuck me.
I think
That
thing,
shit's wild.
But she just shut it down when you was taking pictures of him or whatever it was for him to cheer you up or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because that always just alludes to like a woman just wants a man in her face just entertaining her.
That's crazy.
Because that's what it seems like. She wanted him to chase her from the record store.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to be heavily pursued. All of this stuff. And then
And that's why she wasn't turned off by the stalker behavior.
It don't take much.
Mm-hmm.
So we get, okay, who's the first dude she broke up with?
Marvin.
Then you have, what's his name? Darius.
Yep.
Then you have Hollywood. None of these men are alike.
Nah.
None of them.
Yeah, they're just in her face.
They all have different jobs, different intellect, different things that they like to talk about. Shorty just wants somebody in her face. Like, she just wants somebody in her face.
Yo,
That's it.
The villain.
It doesn't take much.
The villain.
Because for me, you made this man pursue you so heavily, but why was Hollywood so easy?
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying about, like, yo, it's weird.
Crazy.
It's weird in the dating scene how it seems like people just, and I mean, I said women because I was directing it to Nina, but like, just like align with whomever. Like, I was like, yo, like, the fact that you could, like, be like, oh, this needs to be to this. Like, it's like, yo, the first dude wasn't that verbal. Then the second dude was, like, so articulate that, like, oh, we got to hold it to this standard. Then all of a sudden, you get to the next dude, and he's the funny guy. But it's like, now you can laugh with him talking about draws. Like, on the first date, he's talking to you about you wearing a thong, and you're fine with it because it's like, that's what you expect from him. This is what you expect from this person. This is what you expect. I was like, yo, what do you like?
Because you're laughing
But then
about
she
draws
said it.
and
You
thongs,
like
but
attention.
you're like mortified that this man got up and did a fake poem that was sexual.
Like, that was embarrassing.
More things that
She's crazy. She's the
like
villain.
draws,
love.
not love. You should
Telling
wrote
you,
draws
yo.
on his hand. You should have wrote thongs.
I do like at the house party
You should
though.
have wrote draws on his hand. It's crazy.
Yo,
What is wrong?
Right.
yo.
True.
I do like at the house party scene where it's like Darius trying to check Vaughn, and they all check in Wood, pause, and then Sheila checks Vaughn for checking Wood.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Okay.
They all
was
just
like,
get
no.
out. They all just get it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Stay down. Yeah. Like
Get your ass over
Exactly.
there. And in my mind, I was like, okay, this could be two things. Like, it's a house party. We don't want it to get, but I know what you do, so keep your mouth shut.
Exactly.
You have no words
You got
to say
no
to
space
this
to
man.
talk
you
to
have
anybody,
no
right.
space with your trifle.
You out of
Yo,
pocket
Where's
right
your
now.
son?
Yo,
Where's
first
your
of all,
son?
body language. How when Vaughn shows up with his coworker knocking on the door, boop boop, the way this nigga's leaning, like, yeah, this, you know,
Yeah, you knew, he knew what it was.
You know what I'm saying?
And they knew.
Like,
But to your point about, like, go get your son, like, it's like, yo, I don't know, maybe it's not fair, but I subconsciously be like, sometimes you find yourself being judgy. Like, when it's like, yo, like, there's 7 nights in a week, and, like, the whole crew went out 5 of those nights, and you made all 5 while having a child. Like, I'm like,
oh yeah, that's a
You already
little.
wasn't.
like, I'm like, you
already
should.
wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
not
yo, you
really
should have
in
been
your-
like,
you're not
like,
really
you
in
ain't
your
never
marriage, yeah.
you never tucked them in,
Could be why he's trifling.
right?
But but then there's that. Okay, so if that's the case, and he's trifling because he's not with his family, and he's trifling because he don't take, what did you do while they were gone? You didn't look for him. You didn't try. You went to parties. You hung
More
out
of the
with your
same.
and then she showed up, and you're like, all right, come on in again. So you needed a reset button because I'm not changing. I'm not changing. There's no epiphany for him.
Yeah,
There's
he
nothing
don't-
there in the movie that will suggest that he changed. He forgot his
Yeah.
son was standing there when he was hugging his wife.
Yo,
Yo, the funny,
he was-
yo, it's funny to
Yo,
watch
Hit
that.
him in the head while he's trying to
no
grab
bullshit.
his head.
It's funny to watch
the
that
way he
interview
looks
later.
up, it's just like, damn, they came back.
Yeah.
That's how I interpreted
He was
that
like-
shit. It wasn't like a thank God they came back because he didn't even look thankful. He's just like, oh, there's
Got to make some changes.
there's
It
my
was
woman.
weird.
yo.
It
Got to
was
tuck the
awkward.
hose. Got to tuck the hose. My wife's back.
Bro,
It was awkward
And my
to say
kid.
the least. Yeah.
like couch probably still smell like her perfume. yo.
Sicko.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's funny to watch that interview that we all watched later.
Yeah.
Because he
Which
was
is really
saying,
good, by the way. That
he
was a
was
good pull.
saying that he didn't know, like he was like, yo, I had kids after. He was like, so I didn't even realize how much of a fail that was. That we didn't
word.
that I didn't interact with the little boy properly. He was like, you'd be like really happy to see your kid.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
It's
when
all,
they
it's literally like
innate.
a lot of it would. Your son would have been the first person you hugged.
That's what they were
If
saying.
your
Yeah.
son would have, like, as a natural parent thing, you would have grabbed your kid first.
Especially
Unless you miss
father
your
son.
wife, yeah.
Especially father son. Oh
Because
my
now
god,
we're gonna have
my
this
little
little
man.
intimate moment, this
Yeah.
hug, this kiss. But I have to, you know, show the kid first. Like, pick up the kid, love the kid. Like, I missed you, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
wifey.
like hat flying in the air. You pick them up high, you know,
He
extend
didn't
the
even
arms.
look
You
at
know the
him
Yeah.
when he was
vibes.
out for
Like
him.
and then
The
all,
hats is
and then when
they
you
gonna
sit them
float away in the wind, yo, Windy City, all that shit.
and then when you
bro.
sit them down, now you get you know
Yeah.
push Shorty under the wing. Like we in here, get in the house.
Yeah, we. So yo, hold on.
There's none of that.
I do want to give a shout out to an underrated character in the movie. All the cigarettes.
Yeah, cigarettes was a
90s, what a time to be
yo,
alive.
But like this
that movie smelled like Newport.
off facts.
Yep, absolutely.
100s, yo.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Definitely.
First time I watched it when I got back to you, I said, yo, the cigarette shots are fucking
Yeah,
fire in this
it looks
movie.
good,
Like
though.
I don't know why. Like
I mean, for
it works, yo.
like in our age, I mean, that's definitely like that like neo soul's coming. I mean, we're a little older than you.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like that's that smoky bar aesthetic.
Yeah.
That went with the jazz and the poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh man, like you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna lie, like at that age, I'm 12. And when the movie becomes a part of my life, I'm like trying to be grown. So I'm like, oh, that's the cool look. Like, you know what I mean? Like you want to go, like in your head, you want to find a sanctuary. You want to find the smoky piano bar.
Word, yeah.
And like, you know, I'm like she said, like, you know what I mean? Like we grew up writing poetry in school. So this is the time where that becomes cool. As a young adult. Because that was like weirdo vibes when we were kids. Like it's talent, but they didn't really know how to appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like they still like just very minimal in high school. You appreciate sports. It's like it's a quick culture shock because like it's like sports is the most important thing. Then all of a sudden, like you go to college and all of a sudden like the dudes that are artistic are like kind of cool too.
Word, yeah.
Like it really changed really quick. Like from a guy standpoint, like you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, girls like me now because of the poems I was writing that y'all used to think I was corny for like a couple years ago. Let's go. We in business. Like,
I also think like the smoking shots were so cool and like how you said.
And they're
'Cause
shot
they're
really
natural.
nice. Yeah.
In the 90s, you could smoke. In the 90s, that was a normal thing. I was just talking
Yeah.
to you about it, the smoking section versus the non-smoking section. When I was a kid in Friendlies, there's no divider.
Just
Yeah.
coasters.
The whole place.
There's- yeah.
And the only thing that made the smoking section different was an
Ashtrays.
ashtray on your table. Like, that was
or
it.
built into the table. Which is
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
But
like
They used to
We're
smoke on
walking into an
planes.
open.
Yeah.
We're walking
in a
into an open room.
tin can, bro, flying through the sky.
It was
Yeah.
safe. People, parents, just roll your window down. You got kids in the back, just roll your window down. You can
Oh
smoke
yeah,
in the passenger.
I'm pretty sure
It
cigarette
was a
smoke
natural
single-handedly
thing. Yeah.
destroyed my sinuses as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I feel
almost
like
positive.
the 90s, like it just added to the natural, like it was just a true scene of black
Like
excellence.
I loved him with the jersey backwards Chicago hat smoking
Yeah.
the cigarette. That's probably like the best look that he had in the fucking movie. Yo, outfit
Yeah.
wasn't crazy.
it was a
covered
nice
the
little
lineup.
hint
It
again for
thank you.
Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? Covered the lineup. You know,
That's
all
so
the shots with
childish.
Nina smoking is fire. Just dope shots. I just wanted to shout that out, yo. But then we got that last two scenes, yo, them reconnecting. After she comes
Wait,
back.
you have to give it up, though, because first of all, she deserved to walk home that night after the party.
Shit. Yo.
She deserved to walk
Nah,
home.
fry her up. Go ahead.
Because my thing was, like, when she walked out there with that little entitled attitude, right? With him, like, how dare
Yeah.
you bring me here? How'd you meet me? How'd you meet me? So you think you're this great of a person where I'm going to completely just leave my entire friend group to date you and keep you safe? I don't know you.
Yeah, like I'm about to drum up new
handled her
friends
exactly
to bring you
how
to a house party
14
with them
day
niggas.
relationship would be. I'm not bringing you home. Get the step in. You can walk.
Yeah.
You walk. If you this mad, you knew who was gonna be in here, so now you're mortified because he's here in real life, and now you want to be upset. Like, you can go ahead and walk. That's 14 days. Let's think about it. If it was a nice neighborhood and the shorty was like, how dare you bring me here? And you already knew what she was about and how she was, and now she's yelling at you. You just got to this party. You're not going to tell me to take an Uber?
You good.
Yeah, go on now.
Kick rocks, man.
Yeah. Respectfully. Make sure your shoes are on so your toes don't get hurt.
Oh, shit.
Like, that's the truth.
That's the thing, like, yo, like I said earlier, like, yo, like as much as they're supposed to owe to one another, it's like, yo, he didn't even know her long enough for her to have her period.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah. But I love the fact, too, that as much as he was the knight in shining armor running out, like, how dare you let her walk in this neighborhood,
Still
which is true, and I respect it. He still was like, yo, calm your ass down. Mm-hmm. Nobody, you know you're not supposed to be walking out here. You don't put yourself in this situation. Yeah. Like, take your dumb ass to a bus stop or whatever, call you a cab, and you get out of here. And then obviously, like, his emotions brought where they was like, come on, like, you know, they had to talk about it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I was like, she got exactly what she deserved.
I love how he was mad far from her.
Just yelling.
In the gloomy ass light, smoking, chain smoking.
That man was so open for her. By the time she apologized, I mean, mind you, they were both trying to call each other at the same time. Mm-hmm. But by the time he apologized, come on, man. She's like, okay, so how about a date? He's like, yeah, I'll go. Like, he couldn't even stay mad. Like, I was like, damn, bro. Like, toughen up.
All of that fake ass trying something different shit. Like, yo, first of all, I got the skins fast.
The skins
whatever.
Yeah, that
you know what I'm saying?
Stupid. It was just as stupid as her before she got into the cab. Before this date, she got mad about him being at the record store with him. You just left a house party. Like, for you to do this and be like, and I saw you with such and such. And he was like, who you see? And he was like, oh, Lisa. Was that the name? Like the person?
Yeah, the girl, Lisa, yeah.
But I'm like, how can you don't know her? That's not your friend. That's not your cousin. You don't know that lady.
Like, why are you offended?
You know He knows Hollywood. He introduced you to Hollywood.
Like, you're offended.
Why do you feel like you have a leg to stand on with that argument right before you storm into that cab and drive off? Mm-hmm. It's just entitlement. Like, that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. So 1 year later,
1 year later.
Closing act, though. 1 year later, she's working for Vibe.
Yes.
Vibe.
Yeah. It was Vibe.
Shout out to Vibe.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to Vibe.
Classic.
That was cool. Mm-hmm. But at this point, we mentioned it before. It's just like it's a lot of both of them. Their pride, like both of them, dumb and prideful. Yo, definitely dumb and prideful. Like, I wrote letters. But I wrote letters I
never sent them.
Bro, why are you even bringing that shit up?
Because, yo, that's one thing about, like, yo, it's tough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, writing poetry is cool. Being a poet is just, like, a very dramatic thing. Like, the way it's sold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, like, it's like he had to be dramatic.
Wear my heart on my sleeve.
Like, oh, man, like, yo, I put so many things down on paper. And then, like, you know, I just couldn't move myself to even, like, mail it off. Like, shut up.
That nigga be typing, too, yo. He be typing. Like, that's relax. Different. He had an old-ass typepwriter, too.
He had the good one.
Shit that don't fail, that you could fix.
It was all over the Mavis Beacon. Mm-hmm. Like, remember the Mavis Beacon?
No.
Yeah, pride fucking with both of them.
But
she knew what she was doing pulling up to the bar.
She does, but I feel like the statement she said at the end ties into their behavior the entire movie. She goes, it's funny how you could say something in a room full of people that you can't say in front of one person.
Yeah, because their communication.
That's your
communication sucks.
Because it's vulnerability with one person. It's easier to get up in a room full of strangers, say a poem, sit down,
and it
but
sounds
like, you have
good.
to be face to face and tell your true feelings about this person. Yeah. And you have to be okay with them not feeling the same way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because everybody wants that I love you too. Not a I love you like, that's so nice, thank you. I'm going to take it in, and I'm going to, you know, because we've only been talking for 14 days, but hey, this is awesome of you. You want to be committed? I got some loose ends to tie up, but I'll be right back.
14
but
days. Guess
what? Now they're throwing the baby out the bathwater. They don't want to talk to that person, but you've already imposed in this person's life. Like, just because you're somewhere doesn't mean that person don't feel that way about you yet. Like, you still have to have time. Not everything is going to always be linear.
And fit in this little perfect box.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
And you gotta know, like, I mean, I hate to say it, like, I'm not trying to be one to buy into societal standards, but if you do something off kilter, like you pull a love at first sight move, like you have to understand, like
have
maybe
to be
that's how
okay.
you feel.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
maybe
you
like
gotta be
and you
ready.
have to be willing for them to catch up to you.
Yep.
Like, you got to get in your "you had me at hello" bag. But like you can't make them say it. You can't make them feel that way just because
Yeah.
that's how you feel. You just got to be like, this is where I'm at with it.
And I feel like what he did when she said, "Oh, I got to go back to New York," he played it exactly how he was supposed to play it.
Okay,
Like,
right.
okay, cool. Like, I've been pursuing you. Like, I can't sit here and be like, how dare you leave and all this. Like, I put myself here when you told me there's no time. I think she was in the wrong for giving that test because you kept telling him it's not the right time and you kept running from him. So why are you playing this game with him?
The test.
You're
I don't
already
like that.
flighty in his
None of that
mind.
shit.
Too many tests.
Anybody, yeah.
You
Too
walked
many
away
tests.
at the bar. You walked away at the record. Like, you're already like, yo, I could take you or leave you. I could. So now when you say that, what is that going to solidify? I could take you or leave you.
Yeah.
You're just going off of your consistent character. So that's how I feel.
So yeah, very good ending though. I think the closing, his little soliloquy at the end smoked it.
Urgent like a mother.
I love you, and that's urgent like a motherfucker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I want to be with you for as long as we can be. You know what I'm saying. You know
That's
what I'm
all.
saying?
That's all he had.
I mean, that's all they've been doing
That's
in the
it.
entire movie.
Facts.
Like
Sound real good.
I'm going to be with you as long as we can do this.
the previous
This
90
time.
minutes, we knew what this was.
Yeah, we already knew.
I mean, because at
This
that
was.
point, it's like maybe we could get to know each other and see if we actually like each other outside of having good sex.
Yeah, because they
Facts.
didn't know anything about anything.
They didn't do a lot of rapport building.
No.
Take it back to her saying, I want to try something different. You sleep down here, I'll sleep up here. Fuck out of here.
That was so stupid. Go home. What do you mean try something? We
Yeah.
are not roommates.
Yeah.
We are not in a relationship. Go
Yeah.
home. If
Go
this is
home.
what you want to try, go home.
Get on my little Kawasaki.
But at the
I'll
same
say
token, it's
different,
like,
like on the couch.
but it attested what she wanted. She wanted him to come up them steps. She wanted him
Yeah.
to pursue. She
Cat
wanted
and mouse
it.
vibes. Yeah.
Cause do you feel the
Can you-
heat?
Yeah.
Feel the heat?
in this open
I
ass
do.
open ass apartment plan, no, I don't feel the heat. These high ass ceilings.
I don't understand why he didn't go home. Like, I'm still like,
Like, you see how baggy these jeans are?
you're taking off your clothes angrily to sleep on that couch. You could prove your point at home. It's the same result.
Yo,
Go home, bro.
Oh man,
But I mean, that's all right.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the
I'll
ending.
say,
yo.
I mean, like, that is Love Jones.
It is
in a
Love
nutshell,
Jones.
yeah.
In a nutshell, the
Innovative. It was Renaissance. It changed
Yeah.
the way that we looked at black cinema.
the beautiful purgatory of situationships.
I feel like if we didn't have it, yes, would movies have shifted into those type of movies eventually for us? Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have happened as soon as it did for us.
Yeah. And I mean, on that note, we hope that you heard us out and seen our show, and tell us what you'd like to see us go through next. Right. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good night. Oh yeah.